Welcome to your chair yoga. So as you can see, I have a very broken chair and also a tie that we might use later on, but you don't need any props besides your body and your chair for today's practice. So let's come to our center. Sit in your chair, nice and comfortable. Lift the spine toward the ceiling. Close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and find your breath. We want to be breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Just allow your inhalation and exhalation to flow into one another. Nice, slow, deep breaths, and try to maintain this for the next 10 minutes or so. Good, so we're going to begin with the neck. So let's just drop our head to one side, ear to the shoulder, shoulders relaxed. And we come back up to center and drop the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Nice deep breaths here. Back to center, and we drop that left ear to the left shoulder. Back to center, and right ear to right shoulder. And gently back to center. So continuing with the neck, we're going to turn toward the right. Back to center, and turn toward the left. Back to center. So keep your body where it is, and the neck is just gently moving the head from one side to the other. We don't want to force anything right now. And back to center. Beautiful. So we're going to do our shoulders here. Let's just lift them up and roll them back at your own pace. And then we'll lift them up and roll them forward. Do as many as you would like. Just really warming up that shoulder area. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. You don't have to turn. We're going to do cat and cow in the chair. So inhale, arch the back, lift the chest, and exhale, round the back, pull the belly in, and repeat. So we inhale, push out, exhale, pull in. Good. So go as deep as you'd like here and move with the breath. Really use the abdominals on the exhale and really open the chest on the inhale. Let the pelvis get into it, tucking it on that exhale. And we'll gently roll back up to center. Beautiful. So let's interlace the fingers. We're going to lift them up above the head. Keep the spine long, but the shoulders down the back. And we're just going to gently lean over to our left side. So when you're ready, take an inhale and then exhale. Slowly come to the left. Keep that right hip on the chair. And we're going to come back to center. Find your center and then exhale to the right, keeping that left hip on the chair. Beautiful. So this works the obliques, and just let it go, relax everything. We're going to do this one more time, starting to the right this time. So interlace the fingers. On your exhale, we're going to take it over to the right. Shoulders remain down the back. Stretching through the side of the body, working those obliques. And we come back to center and come back to the other side. Really stretching out here. We got everything stretching from the wrists down to the hips and lower down. Good. So let's really work those hands and stuff. So let's make fists squeeze and release, and then we're going to do ice cream scooping motions with the wrist. At whatever pace feels good for you, but really open them up and then try to do it to the other side. So we go counterclockwise, then clockwise, and then you can do a nice little forearm massage here, releasing all the fascia around your wrists. If you type or anything, this should feel really good. Beautiful. And find your center again. And so from here, we're going to take a twist. So turn to your left side and turn to gaze off that shoulder. Just a gentle twist here. Find your breath. Don't let the twist inhibit your breath. Gently come back to center, and we'll take it to the other side. Just a very gentle twist right from the middle of the back. Don't let it be too much in your low back. Keep that twist right where the upper and lower bodies meet. And we'll come back to center. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to use that necktie that I showed you at the beginning. We're going to do our cow face pose. So if you don't have a prop, that is perfectly okay. But if you do have one, we're going to take it and we're going to have it in our left hand. Okay, and then the right hand is going to bend. Right elbow bends up behind us. So let me show you what this is going to look like from the back, but you stay where you are. So we have our strap or tie or whatever it is, that top arm, and then the lower arm can just grab onto it. But if you can grab onto the fingertips, great. And if you'd like to push the head against the top elbow and really open up that chest, that's a way to deepen it. And then we roll out to come out. And we're going to counter stretch that. So our left elbow is going to come into the crease of our right elbow. So ideally, both hands are going to touch. But a lot of people can't get those hands to touch. So feel free to just hug yourself. This works the same muscles. Or keep the hands working toward touching. Either way, you're going to work that. So the idea is to breathe into that upper back. Let's take it to the other side. So I'm going to use my strap, but again, it is not necessary. You want one elbow is facing up, the other is facing down, and just crawl those fingers toward one another. Once they touch, grab on. If they can't touch each other, use your strap or your tie or whatever you have here. But just sit up nice and straight. Like I said, you can push your head against that elbow to really open up the chest, but just try to sit up nice and straight. And from here, we'll do the counter stretch, which is eagle arms. So take both elbows bent. This time our right elbow is in the crease of the left elbow. We're working toward bringing those hands together. If they don't touch, that's fine. And one side might be easier to touch than the other. That's okay. You have your options. You can always just hug yourself and just breathe into that upper back. Let those shoulder blades move away from each other and let the breath open up that area and release down. Beautiful. And we're going to extend our left arm overhead. So turn to gaze up under that arm. This keeps the chest open, and then we're going to round through the back and come back up. And let's take it to the other side. So our right arm extends overhead. We turn to gaze under that arm. Take a nice deep breath here. Feel that stretch through the side of the body. And then we're going to round that top arm toward the front of the body and roll through the spine to come up. Beautiful. So I'm going to use a pillow here. You don't need a pillow or anything. But if you are at your desk and you want to use your desk, you can move your chair a little bit away from the desk and just hold onto the desk. And from here, we're just going to do a nice forward bend from the chair. So make sure that you're folding right from the crease of the hips, lengthening through the spine and relaxing through the head and arms. Breathe into that back and then slowly roll up. Oh, it should feel so good. You can get rid of that pillow. And we're going to just do a little massage of the jaw. Good. So just do a little circular massage of that TM joint. And then you can do little pinches along the jaw. Do whatever else you need to for those wrists and hands, maybe after a day of typing. Whew, and relax, and we're going to come back to center. And now we have done that whole upper body, gotten our circulation going, gotten our breath going into all those areas. thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you did. Take a few more breaths here to really lengthen that spine. Inhale and exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much. I'll see you at our next workout.